He's a quarterback and a wide receiver. His parents are Jim and Melinda Armstrong, both Oak Grove High School grads. Hayden has played football for 4 years, wrestled for 4 years, and played baseball for 4 years. And just coming off a great Legion baseball run in Nebraska. He plans to attend a technical school and be a heavy machine operator. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Hayden Armstrong. Followed by Xander Briniger, offensive guard and defensive tackle. He is the son of Eric and Sonia Briniger. He's a varsity football player for 4 years and wrestler for 4 years. Xander plans on pursuing a career in law enforcement. Ladies and gentlemen, Xander Briniger. Next up, Landon Chance, defensive end and tight end. He is the son of Terry and Jolie Chance. He's played football for 1 year, basketball so far for 3, track for 1, and baseball for 1. He plans on attending a D2 college or higher. Ladies and gentlemen, Landon Chance. Brendan Griffin. He's a running back and linebacker for the Panthers. He is the son of Dominic and Kimberly Brown. He's played football for 4 years, wrestled for 4 years, and baseball for 2. Plans to pursue a degree in astrophysics. Ladies and gentlemen, Brendan Griffin. Aaron Hensley, tight end and defensive end for the Panthers. His mother is Anna Hensley, an Oak Grove High School grad, escorted by Lisa Hensley. He's played football for 3 years, baseball for 1 year, and wrestled for 1 year. He'll be applying to Spurgeon College to study to become a pastor. Ladies and gentlemen, Aaron Hensley. I need to go back and say Dominic and Kimberly Brown are both OGHS grads too. Now, Andrew Hensley, a wide receiver and a cornerback for the Panthers. His mother, Anna Hensley, escorted by Teresa Judd. He's played 4 years of basketball and 1 year of football. He'd like to move to Florida and begin a career in flipping houses. Ladies and gentlemen, Andrew Hensley. Garrett Hudspeth, the center and defensive lineman. He is the son of Tiffany Hudspeth and Tony Hudspeth, and Tony's an OGHS grad. Garrett's played 3 years of football, well it's 4 now, 3 years of wrestling, 2 years of baseball, 1 year of golf. He plans to attend college next fall, but is currently undecided. Ladies and gentlemen, Garrett Hudspeth. Hunter Jones, quarterback for the Panthers. He's the son of Nate Jones and Melissa Jones, both OGHS grads. Nate's took part in football for 4 years, basketball for 4 years, and plans to golf his senior year. He's been an Orange Power Iron Panther winner for 4 years and Panther Pack for 4 years. He plans to play college football somewhere and then pursue a career in athletic training to be able to help athletes perform at their highest level. Ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Jones. Jamison Kirk. Jamison is a running back and a linebacker for the Panthers. He is the son of Scott and Tamara Kirk. Jamison played football for 4 years, basketball for 3 years, show choir for 3 years, and track for a year. He plans to attend college and become an athletic trainer. Ladies and gentlemen, Jamison Kirk. Jeremiah Lopez, wide receiver and a cornerback for the Panthers. He is the son of Melissa Lopez and Enrique Lopez. He's played football for 2 years, plans to go to college and study history, eventually working in a museum. Ladies and gentlemen, Jeremiah Lopez. Jacob Shoemaker, tight end and defensive end for the Panthers. He's the son of Jesse and Deanna Shoemaker. Played football for 4 years and wrestled for 3. He plans to get a political science degree from UCM then plans to attend UMKC for a law degree. Ladies and gentlemen, Jacob Shoemaker. Carson Smith, running back and free safety for the Panthers. He is the son of Troy and Dana Smith. Troy is an OGHS Panther grad. Carson has played football for 4 years, wrestled for 4, and baseball for 4, and been in the A+ program. He plans to attend college to play baseball or football and earn a degree in architecture or engineering. Ladies and gentlemen, Carson Smith. Serenity Stewart. He's a running back and linebacker for the Panthers. He is the son of Teresa and Mike Stewart. Clinton has played football for 4 years, 4 years of wrestling, and 2 years of track. He plans on continuing his football career at a 4-year university while pursuing a degree in marketing. Ladies and gentlemen, Clinton Stewart. Caden Ware. He's a wide receiver and a DN for the Panthers. He is the son of Toby and Amanda Ware. He's played football for 4 years, basketball for 2. He plans to attend a 4-year university. Ladies and gentlemen, Caden Ware. Adrian Whitehead, running back and a linebacker for the Panthers. He is the son of Robert and Maya Whitehead. He has wrestled for 4 years and played football for 4 years. Adrian plans to wrestle in college. Ladies and gentlemen, Adrian Whitehead. And one more round of applause for this great class and 15 seniors on these Panthers. Go Panthers! Good job, seniors! Thank you, baby.
And now we want to recognize our cross-country seniors, or senior. The one and only senior for the cross-country team this year is Miss Haley Holt. Haley is the daughter of Joe and Christy Holt. She has participated in cross-country for 4 years and track and field for 4 years. She plans on going to college to get a criminology/criminal justice degree. She will then hopefully become a criminal psychologist. Her ultimate career goal would be to join the FBI and be a part of the Behavioral Analysis Unit, or the BAU. Senior Haley Holt. Thank you, Miss Kayla. Now entering the track are our seniors for the cheerleading squad. There they are, give them a hand. First up, we have senior Claire Dowd. Claire is the daughter of Jeff and Jennifer Dowd. Her activities include band and color guard for 4 years, including jazz band, pep band, and winter guard. Also a color guard captain, A+ program for 4 years, National Honor Society for 2 years, high school yearbook staff for 2 years, varsity cheerleader for 2 years, boys soccer manager for 2 years, and a baseball manager for 1 year. She plans to attend Missouri State University in Springfield next fall. She will major in enterprise risk management and have a minor in finance. Senior Claire Dowd. Next up is senior Harley Francis. Harley is the daughter of Stephen and Stacy Francis. She's been in cheerleading for 4 years, 2 years of JV and 2 years of varsity, 4 years in the theater program, 4 years of A+, NHS, Little League cheer coach for 4 years, speech and debate for 1 year where she competed in competitive drama for 1 year. She plans to attend Northwest Missouri State to complete the pre-vet program and major in animal sciences. After completing the pre-vet program, she will move on to either Mizzou or Kansas State to get a degree in veterinary medicine and become a large animal vet. Senior Harley Francis. Next up is McKenna Henderson. McKenna is the daughter of Kelly Henderson and is being escorted by Kelly and Chase Henderson. She's been a member of cheer for 4 years, band and drum line for 4 years, including varsity jazz band and symphonic band, musical and play for 4 years, and the one act for 1 year, choir for 4 years, impact and radiance, competitive drama for 1 year, track for 1 year, and NHS for 2 years. Her future plans are to go to a university, hopefully at UMKC, to study medicine and one day become a neurosurgeon or trauma surgeon. Eventually, she wants to move into cancer research and trials. Senior McKenna Henderson. Next up is senior Ava Hunt. She is the daughter of Julie Hunt and Ryan Hunt. She's been in band for 2 years, student council for 3 years, NHS for 2 years, and varsity cheer for 4 years. She plans to attend community college to get her associate's degree, then go to UMKC School of Medicine to become a neurologist. Senior Ava Hunt. Next is senior Chloe Mills. Chloe is the daughter of Amy and David Mills. She's been in varsity cheer for 4 years, track for 2 years, and National Honor Society for 2 years. Also, she was selected as an All-American and All-State in cheer. After high school, she plans to attend Oklahoma State University. There, she will continue her cheer career and complete a major in biochemistry. She will then be attending medical school to become a surgeon. Senior Chloe Mills. Next is senior Emily Moyer. Emily is the daughter of Keith and Jenny Moyer. She's been in band for 4 years, cheerleading 4 years, yearbook staff for 2 years, OGTV for 3 years, and part of A+ tutoring. She plans to major in political science and have a career that allows her to travel to exotic locations. Senior Emily Moyer. And finally, senior Serenity Stewart. Serenity is the daughter of Mike and Teresa Stewart. She's been 4 years of band and color guard, this year as a captain, 4 years of cheer, this year being an All-American, 3 years of soccer, 2 years of track, 1 year of competitive debate and drama, and 1 year of basketball. She plans to go to Kansas State to major in political science and maybe continue her cheer career. After college, she plans on becoming a lawyer. Senior Serenity Stewart. Let's have a final round of applause for all 7 of our seniors for the cheer. game time, we have some Project Grad information you might be interested in. Hoping our students have an enjoyable, safe night on graduation. There is a Project Grad table down by the booster trailer on the north mezzanine. There you can make the purchase of a fathead and yard sign for any student. They also have mugs available, also family. While you're waiting for game time, there also will be a Project Grad information you might be interested in. Somebody said a 50-50 raffle. Have an enjoyable, safe, and have a drawing at halftime. There is a Project Grad table down by the booster trailer on the north mezzanine. There's the Project Grad table, the north mezzanine, down by the Panther swag wagon.
Grove Panther Stadium for week 1 of high school football in the state of Missouri. Tonight, the Lawson Cardinals with Panther Stadium to kick off the 2021 Missouri Prep football season. Hi, I'm Jason Marsh. I'm joined tonight with Brendan Marsh and Cameron Keith to give you the call for tonight's game. I'd like to thank Mr. Michael Miller. He's the quarterback in regards to setup, technical support, and production. Oak Grove Panthers are coming off a positive 2020 campaign that ended in a 6-2 record. The Lawson Cardinals finished the season 5-4. Both teams have had high aspirations for this season. The Panthers are loaded with 15 seniors on the roster, while Lawson will fill the lineup and see a lot of young talent on the field. Last time these two teams saw each other in action was 2019 when Lawson visited Panther Stadium. The Panthers came away with a 28-10 victory. The 2020 season started off fast, but the games ended up getting canceled due to COVID issues throughout the season. So hopefully 2021 we won't have any of those issues coming up for the foreseeable future. Let's talk a little bit about tonight's game plan. Let's go to Brendan Marsh. Let's get your thoughts on the game plan for the Panthers this evening.
Well, first of all, Coach Jason, I'm just really excited that Friday night football is getting back in action. You know, I bet these kids are eager with crowds in the stands now. You know, not those limitations. Anybody would be excited to be out here right now. But in terms of game plan, I think it's just going to see a lot of smash mouth football. Maybe take an occasional shot down the field, try to spread them out just a little bit. But other than that, it's going to be a tough, grinding game. Both teams have been powerhouse football, smash it down your throat. So I'm excited to see what's going on.
Cameron Keith, what do you think
Get rid of the nerves first. Both teams will have nerves. That's how it always is. Season opener at home, you're going to have nerves. But honestly, once they get rid of it, I think it's going to go down. Yeah. To say the least.
Couldn't agree more.
I tell you what, fellas, I tell you one thing. I'm so excited about football here in Oak Grove. It's nothing better than being in Oak Grove Stadium on a Friday night, sitting here with a packed house on the home side, cheering on their Oak Grove Panthers. I know you guys know what that's like here, graduating into the class of 2020 for Oak Grove. But what are some of the things that Coach would instill in you guys that you know these fans out here probably want to see or hear what the coach talks to them before a game day?
I'd have to say probably, just being physical on the field, having a good presence, having good mannerisms on the field, just staying in composure throughout the game. And I don't want to say not trying to be a standout, but playing as a team, Mm-hmm. And that's something we focused on, family first in everything you do. And, Coach does a good job of keeping these boys together, keeping them level-headed, and I think it'll be good.
Cameron, what do you think, buddy?
I agree. My thing is, you practice throughout the week. This has been a long, hard, hot summer. These kids put in the work. They're about to see it pay off. And once they get done with this game, both teams are going to be thankful that, they got this opportunity, because a lot of people don't get this opportunity anymore.
I got you. Now let's talk a little bit about the Oak Grove Panther offense. They're going to run their offense, okay? One of the things that they are going to do, they're going to establish the run game, and then they go feed off the run game from that point, and they end up getting a long pass play from that stance. What do you have to do? Well, I would say this. This year's class, you have 15 seniors this year. You got a lot of experience on the offensive line. You got a lot of experience here on the defensive line and in the backfield. They can feature up to 5 running backs in this backfield. What is the main thing that you have to do on the offensive line to be successful tonight, Cameron?
Well, speaking from a former tight end, I'd say driving your feet. Lawson's going to be physical, but we got to be more physical, in my opinion. Holding your blocks, but not getting a holding call, of course. Those are just going to be the key features of the night for the offensive and defensive line.
Now, Brendan, what about the offensive backfield for the Panthers?
I mean, and this is, I think, depth. That's what stands out to me when I see this football team is they have a lot of depth. And in high school, when you have depth, it's a long season. There's a lot of injuries, and, there's a lot of stuff that's out of your control. And with this depth, there's always guys that can make plays. We have a lot of playmakers on this team that really we haven't had in these past couple of years. So I'm excited to see, what they're able to do and all the switches and everything. There's so much that you can incorporate into your offense, having people be able to play multiple positions.
All right, Cameron, I want to ask you just a couple quick questions here before we go back into live to kickoff. One thing I want to ask is on the defensive side of the ball, what is the things that you want to establish on the defense?
Staying true to what you've been taught. Defensive tackles, they got a new coach. A lot of them, I don't think they played for Coach Kemp. Me and Brennan have, and one thing that I like to say about Coach Kemp, to say the least, is he goes hard. He makes sure that you believe in yourself before he sets you out. And I think for the defensive ends, instead of reacting, they got to read the play first too. Skylar Holst, he'd always bring that up whenever I was a defensive end for him. You have to react and read. So
I gotcha. Now, Brendan, what about on the offensive side of the ball for the Panthers?
Yeah, like I said earlier, just the depth and then the composure. Hunter Jones coming into his fourth year actually playing quarterback for the offense. Just doing a really good job of making sure everybody's knowing their assignment, keeping everybody on their toes. We got a lot of young guys that played when I was there. They're here seniors now, and they got the hold of the reins. And you can tell that even in their summer camps and everything like that, they were dominant. And I'm excited to see that tonight with these guys.
Now that you guys have both covered the offense and the defensive side of the ball, I'm going to cover a little bit of the special teams. Mm-hmm. You got a freshman that's a kicker, Diego Perez. I heard is something else. He is phenomenal when it comes to kicking extra points and stuff like that. But one thing I also want to cover on special teams is this: to make sure that you're sound in your lanes when it comes to kickoffs. Make sure you don't let go, don't let the big play happen. Make sure that we're staying sound and fundamentally sound, making sure we're making good tackles. Utilize the sideline as your friend, those type of things. And you know what? Don't allow the big play. That's the big thing on special teams. Come in there, set the tone. Special teams can set the tone for a ball game from the very beginning of it to the very end on how a team comes out and plays.
Yeah, it's like a bend, don't break mentality,
Momentum shift for sure.
Gotcha. All right, guys, I just want to go a little bit of the stats from last year. 2020 stats, Oak Grove Panthers offense had 253 points, 36 points a game. Defense allowed 195 points and 24 points a game. Offense, 36 points a game. Defense, 24 points a game. Lawson Cardinals, their offense is 133 points at 14.7 points a game. Defense was 221 points at 24.5 points a game. And the 2020 offense is 14.7 points a game. Defense, 24.5 points a game. I don't know about you fellas, but I'm pretty excited about this evening.
Yeah, I just wouldn't put it past the Lawson Cardinals. They're a well-coached team. Their head coach has done a really good job with his kids. They're well-disciplined. And they're a tough football team. All
right. One thing I want to do is go ahead and get the sponsors in here real quick. Platinum sponsors for the Oak Grove Panthers are Commercial Bank at Commercial, serving Oak Grove since 1907. Our gold sponsors are First Baptist Church. Heating and cooling. For your refrigeration, heating, and cooling needs, give Jakes a call. Oak Grove Medical Clinic, looking forward to providing health care to you and your family. State Farm Insurance, Jeff Jennings, your local State Farm agent, helping life go right for over 20 years in Oak Grove. New Life Church of Oak Grove, serving the families and community of Oak Grove. Centerpoint Medical Center, serving Jackson County and the surrounding counties. Our silver sponsors are Karen Lux Realty Executives, Looks like the captains are out in the middle of the field right now. We're going to go ahead and see who gets the toss, who will defer, if the Panthers get, if they defer or not.
If I'm Coach Richard, I think I'm going to defer to halftime. Nothing's better than coming out of halftime with a lead if you do get one, and then getting to add on to that, of course. So.
That's very interesting because my personality, the way I was brought up playing football, we always wanted the ball first. We want to be the first people in the end zone. We want to make a statement right off the bat. We're here to play some ball. So
there's two good aspects to that.
Mm-hmm.
There is two good aspects to that. Very well said, gentlemen. Well, guys, I tell you what, I'm excited again tonight for some Panther football.
Oh, man.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
It doesn't get any better, I'm telling you. It really doesn't.
Well, I hope you fans out there are ready for some good action tonight. Here in Oak Grove, Missouri, we had a 7:30 kickoff time. We had senior night tonight. Seniors were recognized. It's awesome to have a great group of seniors to help lead your team. I was talking to Coach Richard the other day, and he says, you know what, this team here has a lot of grit. He says he wants them to dominate it. He says he wants them to instill the toughness that they started to instill 2 years ago with this team. And you know what? He sees nothing but great things for this team.
Yep, I can't agree more. There's a lot of good kids with good heads on their shoulders, man. And, hard workers. Ever since they started in 7th grade all the way up to this point, just being in the weight room consistently, and, putting in the time, coming to watch film after games during the weeks with me. It's just they're a special group, and I'm excited to see what they can do.
Couldn't agree more. But one thing that a lot of people look past is development. How are they developing their younger students to lead in this future generation? That'll be a big part to each senior class as we go along.
All right, Panther fans, looks like the Panthers will be kicking off. Looks like they might have had to defer to the second half. So it looks like number 83, Diego Perez, will be kicking the ball off for the Panthers.
Because, Jason, another thing I'd like to point out, too, is tonight we have 2 seniors that aren't playing. Number 40, Adrian Whitehead, and number 58, Mr. Brown. And those are 2 really crucial parts on both sides of the football for this team. And, I'm sure they got some guys that'll come up behind them and step up, but I know that they need a good recovery, and I'm hoping and praying for a good recovery for them.
Yes, same here as well. And here it is. We
got a chance. Ball's on the ground.
Ball.
I think Lawson recovered.
Looks like the kickoff was recovered by number 1, Joseph Main from the Lawson Cardinals. The Cardinals will be running from north to south, starting at their own 35-yard line.
Looks like the defense of Oak Grove is running a 5-3 defense, single safety.
All right, quarterback Max Trout is in the shotgun formation. 44 in motion. Looks like we got a quarterback keeper
Nice
tackle
play.
for a 1-yard loss. Looks by number 50, Xander Briniger.
No surprise, that kid's an animal, man.
We are now looking at a 2nd and 11 for the Cardinals. I tell you what, the Panthers this year have a lot of experience on that defensive side of the ball.
Yes, they do. All seniors except for 1, I think.
In the shotgun pistol formation. The snap. Looks like a trap play to number 44. Let's see here.
Looks like number 20, Jamison Kirk on the tackle there.
Slinsky.
Ball carrier. Number 14, Griffin for the Panthers on the stop. Loss of 1, it'll be 3rd and 12.
Looks like we got ourselves a 3rd and 12 on their own 34-yard line.
If I'm the Panthers, I think I come in a little hot with the blitz, personally.
In the shotgun formation. Quarterback scrambles to the right. Throws the ball.
Man,
Close.
I mean, that's what you get, plays like that. When you got 11 guys running to the football, there's always a chance you can make a play.
I tell you what, looked like there was a sea of black over there on that side of the field when the quarterback was rolling. They did a very good job on their pursuit. Looks like now we have Carson Smith back to receive the punt.
And 12 for the Cardinals. That was number 50, Xander Briniger on the pressure.
Looks like
Max Trout.
Max Trout might be also the punter as well. Punt, gets it off. Picks it up at the 28-yard line. Carson Smith makes a move.
Well, there he goes.
Down the right side.
He's got blockers.
Got a blocker in front.
What a run. I'm not sure what happened here on the play. It might have been a block in the back, possibly.
That's what it sure looked like down on.
That is something we just talked about in pregame. Make sure you keep things fundamentally sound on special teams. Those things could change the momentum of a ball game.
Right.
Great play right there, but now it's going to have to be brought back, looks like, for a block in the back here about the 35-yard line or 35-yard line. Let's see here. They're going to walk it off.
And it almost looked like that block was made after the fact that he was already downfield.
It almost looked like it almost looked like that. It looked like a 10-yard penalty, so it looks like the Panthers will start on the Lawson 43-yard line.
Plays like that, you just got to be smart.
At the Lawson Cardinals 43-yard line.
Oak Grove Panthers will be in their modal offense here. Sitting in a straight line, ready to go. Trips in the backfield. Jones with a handoff to number 8, Carson Smith. Finds a hole.
Run. Good gain.
Looks like a gain of about 7 yards. Looks like it'll be 2nd down and 3.
Carson Smith has been a very huge aspect to this Oak Grove football team this past 2 years. You know, just really being an athlete, making plays, and everything he can do in the game.
Panthers are quick to the line. Jones under center. Looks like a blast play to number 14, Griffin. Looks like he goes down at least to the 19-yard line of the Lawson Cardinals. 1st and 10 for the Panthers.
Stop by number 16, Parker Mackley.
I tell you what, it looks like there's a lot of push from that offensive line right now.
Oh, yeah.
They're driving their feet for sure.
First down at the 19-yard line of the Cardinals from the Panthers.
You know, if I'm Coach Richards, I think I'm going to stay with the run for this drive. Don't want to get too risky. Don't want to pass, get it picked.
Jones into the center, takes a snap. Hands off to number 42, Clinton Stewart. I tell you what, it's nice to have that much depth. 3 different run plays, 3 different running backs with good gains. Looks like he was able to, looks like he might be about a half yard short of a first down. Looks like it's going to be 2nd down and 1 yard to go on the 10-yard line.
Quick to the line once again. Timeout taken.
Timeout.
Looks like the Panthers have taken a timeout. So, Brendan, what have you seen so far for the first series of for the offense?
Man, I mean, obviously they came out ready to play football. I mean, it doesn't get a better start than that, you know, especially on the defensive side as well, you know, making a big play on special teams. And, you know, when you get a big play like that, it just starts to spark up and makes you want to play that much harder and, you know, make another big play.
I tell you what, they're doing a good job of working the counters and then the blasts with that. I mean, they're mixing it up. You never know who's going to have the ball. Looks like they're carrying out their fakes good. Looks like Jones is doing a good job of hiding it when he's faking it. That way, you know, deception is a big thing with this offense. With this offense.
I agree, and another big deception is the holes that the offensive linemen are going to make. You read those holes, you're gone.
Yep. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is a beautiful night out here in Oak Grove, Missouri. We'd like to welcome all of the people that are watching at home for senior night here at Oak Grove. We thank you so much for your support, for supporting all these young men and what they do out here on Friday nights. All right, 8:28 left in the first quarter. Jones getting ready to come up under center. The snap. Looks like a lead play to number 42, Clinton Stewart. Looks like he got a gain of about 4 yards for a first down. Oak Grove Panthers are in the red zone. Right now we're sitting here with 8:22 left in the first quarter. Panthers are on the drive on the 8, or I take that back, the 6-yard line. Here we go. Jones into the center. Takes a snap.
Finds
the
a
ball.
hole.
Number 8.
He's gonna Carson Smith, number 8, making another big play.
Let's see here. We do have a yellow flag on the play.
Carson Smith, senior on the carry with a 7-yard touchdown run.
I think Carson is wanting to get to the end zone tonight. This is twice now he's got to the end zone where he's had a flag thrown on the play.
Double negate.
Again, I just think these flags are just nerves.
I
As
got
the game
you.
progresses, we'll definitely see less.
I got you. Looks like a holding penalty, a 10-yard penalty. It looks like it will be now first and goal at the 14-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised if they give number 8 the ball again.
Tell you what, he's running hard.
Fullback trap up the middle.
Keeps pushing, keeps going. Looks like he got down to the 6-yard line. Number 14, Brennan Griffin on the carry.
Nice hard run.
I tell you what, that young man, I seen him last year when he was running last year. That kid does never stop his feet. He always keeps those legs going, and I tell you what, he's always falling forward. Definitely falling forward if that's something that you want.
And I think he gets that added bonus of the Oak Grove offense just because he was a quarterback for the first 2 years, and switching to fullback, that's a big.
Very true, very true. Looks like we got Armstrong out here to the far left. Number 4, let's go. Jones, get ready to come up under center. Here we go. Looks like a sweep to the left side. Number 42.
In there.
For a touchdown. Clinton Stewart with a 7-yard run for a touchdown.
Tell you what, that's how you do it. Starting it off early, getting things going. On the offensive side, you just got to transition it back to the defense.
7-yard left, and we've hit the end zone 3 times so far. But this one here counts, ladies and gentlemen. This one here does count. Number 83, Diego Perez, getting ready to kick for the extra point. The snap is down.
I wouldn't be surprised if we go for 2 here.
Penalty on the play.
False start. No, offsides.
Offsides on the defense. Looks like the offenses are going back on the field. They will go for 2 points.
Offsides against the defense.
That hard count will get you every time.
The Panthers would like to go for 2.
I'm thinking a fullback trap here or like a blast play.
Panthers on the line of scrimmage. Jones goes under center. Snaps the ball.
Wedge it right up the middle in there.
Right up the middle.
Panthers go up 8-0. 7 minutes left on the clock.
And an extra point score for the Panthers. It's 7:09 in this first quarter of play.
I tell you what, I do like the enthusiasm, the pace, and the skill level that the Panthers are putting out there right now, guys. You can't ask for a better start than this.
No.
Defense comes out, they get their 3 and out, they get their turnover with a punt, and they come down the field. They actually score 3 times, but the last one is the only one that really counted. But I tell you what, they're doing the things that they're supposed to be doing. Manhandling the line of scrimmage is of a key thing for these running backs here tonight.
And we do have a score update. Odessa goes up 7-0 on Southern Boone first quarter.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Bernie, you want to give a shout out to our to all of our sponsors here real quick?
Yeah, sure. Our platinum sponsor here is Commercial Bank. Bank at Commercial, serving OG since 1907. Our gold sponsors are First Baptist Church, supporting OG families for over 115 years. Jake Heating and Cooling. For your refrigeration, heating, and cooling needs, give Jake's a call. Oak Grove Medical Clinic, looking forward to providing health care to you and your family. State Farm Insurance, Jeff Jennings and your local State Farm agent, helping life go right for over 20 years in OG. New Life Church of Oak Grove, serving the families and community of Oak Grove. Centerpoint Medical Center, serving Jackson County and the surrounding counties. And finally, our silver sponsors, Karen Lux, Realty Executives.
Great kickoff, short kickoff. Guy tackled him. at the 27-yard line for the Lawson Cardinals.
And my apologies, our other two silver sponsors are Bird Automotive, Focus, and Focus on Oak Grove.
There you go. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. All right, looks like we got a mandatory water break here. When it's hot like this, the state of Missouri, MSHA, requires that each team, the referees do a water break for them. So, take them from the first half so far. We are now sitting at 7:03 in the first quarter with an 8-0 ball game. What else do we want to tell these guys going further into this ball game? Just because you come out to an 8-0 lead doesn't mean the ball game's over.
I mean, obviously, just don't take the foot off the gas, you know. I mean, that's important for any football team because you never know what's going to happen. You know, other teams might make plays, you know, and that's the thing with football. You don't know what's going to happen. And you got to do everything that you can, you know, to combat those mistakes and all the mishaps that could possibly happen. So,
couldn't agree more, but mentally, how are they going to respond if Lawson does score, makes it 7 or 6 or 8 to 8, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You just hammered them in the first 7 minutes. So you got to keep it up. So
got to keep that foot on the pedal.
Yep.
You got to keep it down and keep going. All right, the Panthers are on defense here. Looks like they're still in the 53 base. Lawson is in the shotgun formation. Max Trout at quarterback, waiting for the snap here. Snap. Looks like he's going back to throw.
Throws
the ball in the air.
Oh! You know, I had a feeling
Almost
that they were gonna
intercepted by Holland Graves. Had a beat on it. Good play and knocking it down. I tell you what, there really wasn't a person open on that play for that quarterback to be throwing to.
Not at all.
Looks like they're being good, sound, responsible defense right now, and that's all you can ask right now at the beginning of the year.
Second and 10.
Trout. Looks like we have a false start on the Lawson offense. Looks like we will be walking that back another 5 yards. Looks like it'll be 2nd and 15 from the 21-yard line of the Lawson Cardinals.
Way to stay disciplined there, Oak Grove. That hard count for both sides, really. It's a matter of whether or not, you know, you go for it. And Lawson, well, they fell for their own trap.
Lawson Cardinals in the shotgun formation. Gets the snap. Hands off a blast up the middle. Running back.
Good field, ball's out.
Looks like number 25, Garrett Green on the run.
I think they're going to mark him down.
Stop on the play by number 20, senior.
Looks like he was down by contact before the fumble, before the ball came out. Looks like we will have a
2nd and about 10.
2nd and 10 on the 27-yard line.
2nd down and 10 from the Cardinals, 27.
Jamison Kirk coming up making a good play after a missed tackle on the front line.
Shotgun formation. Snap. Quarterback scrambling. Sacked.
Number 8, Max Trout, sacked in the backfield by senior, number 81, Landon Chance.
Landon Chance, first year playing football, gets a sack for the Oak Grove Panthers. Tell you what, man, he shot through there like a cannon.
Mm-hmm.
Got back there quick. You know what? With it being his first year here, I know the coaches were pretty high on him, talking about him coming out, and, you know, he's a pretty good-sized kid for out here on the defensive side to be able to, with a lot of quickness as well. I know Brennan played basketball with him.
He's just one of those kids that
An athlete.
Yeah, just a freak athlete.
We are now 3rd and 17.
Trips right.
Quarterback goes back for a sack, and he will be sacked.
This time by the other defensive end, senior, number 88, Caden Weir.
I know the quarterback from prior years for Lawson was very much a scrambler, and I feel like I'm trying to see the same thing from number 8, but I'm just not getting it with our defensive ends doing this contain. It's working out really great.
They will be putting it out of their own end zone to Carson Smith standing at the Lawson 45-yard line.
And as we know right now, he's pretty dangerous, so I wonder if they'll try to punt the ball away from him.
Snap is to the punter. Gets a good punt off. Fields it at the 40-yard line. Oh, going to the left, going to the 30, the 25. Down to the 20-yard. I tell you what, there looks like there's a lot of room on those outsides for their punt return team.
Yeah, if I'm Lawson, I'm thinking, got to get equal coverage throughout the field.
Well, the Panthers will start on their second possession of the ball game on the 20-yard line of Lawson Cardinals.
Xander Briniger coming out. In comes Dylan Loney.
Hayden Armstrong going out to the receiver side, out there at the hash marks on the right side. Jones up underneath the center. The snap, the pitch to number 42, Clinton Stewart. Uh-oh, there's a seam. Makes a run, a good hard.
Hayden Armstrong holds that block just for a split second longer. Clinton Stewart gets in the end zone on that play.
This is where you find out things you need to work on for the rest of the season. Here we go. Jones going up underneath the center. Snap. Stewart with the ball. Looks like he got it down to the 1-yard line. It'll be second down and goal. Second and goal. Stewart with another 4-yard run to the 1-yard line.
Looks like the tight end's lined up on the left side.
Jones under the snap.
Wedge play. Same play that scored
Number
on the extra
14,
point.
Brendan Griffin for a touchdown for the Panthers.
Number 54, Logan Hall set the hold. Snap.
Number 83 to kick, Diego Perez for the extra point. And the kick is good. With 3:39 left in the first quarter, the Panthers are leading the Lawson Cardinals 15-0. What are some of the highlights you guys are seeing here?
I'm seeing the O-linemen move their feet. They're destroying that D-line of the Lawsons.
I see a lot of kids that are playing really motivated right now, and it's easy to see. I mean, you can tell by the way they're playing and the performance that they're giving out right now. They want it.
I got you. I tell you what, though, one thing you don't want to lose concentration in is it's very warm and humid out tonight. One thing you want to make sure these kids stay hydrated, make sure they're not getting to where they're getting cramps and stuff like that. That could be playing a factor later on in this ball game. But right now they're coming out with all guns a-blazing right now.
Right.
It's good to see Panther football marching down the field and doing what we normally would be doing.
And we do have a score update. Blair Oaks is up 12-0 on Maryville in the second quarter.
Blair Oaks and Maryville, boy, that's always those are two top programs in the Class 3 division, year after year after year. All right, now up for the kickoff. The kickoff kicks it off. It is now down at goes out of bounds at the 15-yard line.
Diego's kick rolls out of bounds.
That is illegal procedure on the Panthers, so the ball will be spotted on the Lawson 35-yard line. Again, we'd like to thank everybody and for watching the YouTube channel this evening. Tonight is senior night here for the Oak Grove Panthers. And you know what? It's nice, hot, and humid, but you know what? There's no other place I'd rather be on a Friday night than in Panther Stadium here in Oak Grove.
Couldn't agree more.
That or an Arrowhead.
Looks like the Panthers are still in their 53 defense right now. The Cardinals in their pistol formation. The snap. Looks like a counter play.
Big throw down there by 20.
Looks like number 44, Cooper Slominski on the carry. Carry for about 5 yards. It will be 2nd and 5 at the Lawson 40-yard line.
You know, if I'm Lawson right here, I think I might go for a play action, catch him off a little bit.
Pistol formation they are. In motion. Oh, looks like we have a counter play.
Dylan Loney with the stop.
Tackled by number 79, Dylan Loney. Carry by number 14, Trevor McQuarrie. It looks like no gain on the play. It looks like it'd be 3rd and 5 at the Lawson 40-yard line.
Honestly, I'm kind of surprised we haven't got a little bit more aggressive on the defensive side. You know, bringing a blitz every now and again. They haven't, you know, they haven't really done anything in the passing game so far. So I mean, and we're getting pressure on them with their defensive line alone. So that extra guy just help you get to that quarterback quicker.
If I'm Lawson, I think I'm going to attack the outsides of the field.
Man in motion. Looks like we got a follow play. The quarterback follows for a good run of about 7 yards and a first down. Max Trout on the run. Looks like a quarterback keeper designed draw play for the quarterback, followed right behind that fullback and got a good 7-yard gain for a first down.
That's a play they've been able to run effectively for a few years now. It's well designed, you know. And, you know, when you're running that type of offense, you got to have a quarterback that's able to do it. And Lawson keeps producing those quarterbacks that are being able to be athletic, you know, and have multiple aspects in their game.
Most definitely. Most definitely. Right now we got 1:42 left in the first quarter with a 15-0 lead for the Panthers. Looks like the Cardinals will be taking their first timeout. That's their first timeout of the half. Let's go ahead and talk about our sponsors real quick. Platinum sponsors are Commercial Bank, Bank of Commercial Oak Grove since 1907. Gold sponsors are First Baptist Church, supporting Oak Grove families for over 150 years. Jake's Heating and Cooling. For your refrigeration, heating, and cooling needs, give Jake's a call. Oak Grove Medical Clinic, looking forward to providing health care to you and your family. State Farm Insurance, Jeff Jennings and your local State Farm agent, helping life go right for 20 years in Oak Grove. New Life Church of Oak Grove, serving the families and community of Oak Grove. Centerpoint Medical Center, servicing Jackson County and surrounding counties. Silver sponsors are Karen Lux Realty, Bird Automotive, and Focus on Oak Grove. Thank you for your sponsors this year for Oak Grove Athletics.
One thing I want to bring up right fast is with the addition of 2 new coaches, Christian Bryant, the defensive back coach, and TJ Rainey, the running back coach.
Yes, I haven't actually had an opportunity to meet those gentlemen, but you know what, just seeing how the team is and how the defensive backs and stuff are working now, how everybody's working, and it looks like a cohesive unit of football players out there. It looks like 11-man football out there playing as 11 men.
Right. Being coachable, that's just a big part of this game.
Very, very big part of the game. It looks like we got a single high safety right now for the Oak Grove defense. Trout in the shotgun formation. 21 in formation. Sweep. Got a sweep. Looks like we got a quarterback keeper of a 5-yard run by number 8, Max Trout. So right now we're at 1:21 left in the half. Oak Grove Panthers, or first quarter, I'm sorry. First quarter, 15-0 lead. The Lawson Cardinals are now on the 46-yard line of the Oak Grove Panthers. This is the first time they've been on the Oak Grove Panther side of the field for the first quarter this evening.
Yeah, it looks like they're starting to find their stride on the offensive side, using their quarterback in the run game. Got 2 wide man out, 3 men in the backfield. No shocker. Go back to another quarterback run and get another positive gain.
Once again, quarterback Max Trout keeps the ball for the Cardinals.
I tell you one thing though, when this game starts getting a little bit further down the ball game, that young man's going to be getting tired.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a lot of running. It's hot, it's going to start wearing on him. But you know what? If he can do it, he can do it.
Right.
But that defense right now looks like they got to start getting control of that line of scrimmage again.
Right.
So now we got a 3rd and 3 ball on the Panthers' 43-yard line. One thing you have to be here, we got 7 seconds left in the first quarter. I mean, they're simultaneously at the same time. Looks like there will be no play. So at the end of the first quarter, we are at 15-0 ball game here this evening in Oak Grove, Missouri, with the Panthers up 15-0 over the Lawson Cardinals. Cameron, what have you seen the first quarter of play that you liked out from the Panthers?
I really like how their offense is rolling the ball. They're sticking to this run. If it's working, don't change it. That seems to be a problem that other teams experience, but Oak Grove football, if it works, then we're going to stick to it and pound it into it.
I got you. Brendan, what's your thoughts? First quarter.
It's exactly what I expected to come out here and watch tonight. Just a bunch of kids, like I was saying earlier, that are motivated. Excited to be out in front of the fans. Getting able to have that experience again and playing hard and playing as a cohesive unit, and all those put into a good recipe of winning football.
It does. You know what? A team does not ever want to start a season 0-1.
No.
You want to have a good 1-0 start the season, start off strong, because you start. We don't have a weak conference here with the MRVC West. You got Pleasant Hill, you got Odessa, you've got Excelsior Springs in your side of the bracket. Who else do we have in there? Warrensburg is in our MRVC West. I mean, every night you got to bring your game.
Right.
You cannot take. You got Harrisonville still in there.
And that's why they call it one of the toughest conferences around Missouri football. It's always close. It's always a close game. There's never you rarely see any blowouts.
So right now we are going to the north. We've switched sides for the second quarter. It is now 3rd down and 3 on the 43-yard lines of the Panthers.
If I'm the Panthers, I'm expecting another run up the middle with the number 8.
Looks like we're having a little bit of scoreboard malfunction.
The officials timeout on the field.
Catch their breaths. Rethink the game plan.
There we go.
Looks like we have the scoreboard up and running now. We had a little bit of technical difficulties with the scoreboard. It's that good old technology. If they had that guy up there flipping the things, it would be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
Just like old times, eh?
Oh, like old times. But you know what? I wouldn't change that scoreboard for nothing. That's a beautiful scoreboard that Panthers got.
Oh, yeah.
Was it now been 2 years now that we've had that? Great addition to Panther Stadium.
New turf as well.
New turf. You got to love it. I don't think you'll find a better venue for a Class 3 environment than Oak Grove. Mr. Trout is in the shotgun formation. Looks like it's going to be a keeper. Looks like he's brought. Looks like it will be a loss of about 6 yards on the play.
Once again, getting pressure on the quarterback. It's hard to make plays. It's hard to make plays when you got 4 dudes in your face every single snap.
Looks like number 8, Carson Smith, will be back. He's standing about the 27-yard line for a punt.
I'd keep your eyes open here.
Carson Smith deep to receive.
Maybe a trick play possibly coming.
Ball
Just
on
to
the-
get some
Ball on the
something
50,
going.
good punt off, good high punt. Smith lets it hit the ground in front of him. Looks like he's staying away from it. Taking a Lawson roll. And will be down at the 24-yard line.
Looks like we have a flag on the field around the 35-yard line.
Ball being marked at the Panther 22. First and 10 for the Panthers.
Might have been an illegal block, possibly.
We do have a flag on the play.
Let's see what they say. It almost looks like they are going to count it off in the direction of a Lawson penalty, but let's see here. Never mind, it's holding.
We have 2 fouls on the play. One is holding against the Panthers. The other is an illegal block against the Panthers.
You hate to hear that.
They'll mark those penalties off from where the ball
Like I said earlier, a ball that is, a play's not going to be made on. You just got to be smarter than that. You hear Peter, you got to get away from everybody, get away from the ball, and just
run on the sideline.
Yeah.
So that with that penalty, the ball is now placed on the 13-yard line of the Panthers. They will start first and 13. 11:09 left in the second quarter of this ball game, with the Panthers leading 15-0.
I'd like to see him take a shot here. You got Hayden Armstrong here on the outside, real quick kid.
Quarterback snap. Looks like a blast up the middle by number 14, Brendan Griffin. Would look like a guard. Looks like about a yard gain. Looks like it'll be second down and 9 on the 15-yard line. Maybe a 2-yard gain. 2-yard gain would be second down and 8 to go on the 15-yard line. Jones up in the center, takes the snap. Looks like a handoff to
number 8,
Carson Smith with a 9-yard run for a first down. We got a Panther first down. First and 10 on the 26-yard line of the Panthers.
I'm not sure if you're seeing what I'm seeing, but it looks like the Lawson Cardinals are starting to get a little bit fired up and starting to, play a little bit harder.
Oh, definitely. It's tough going into an environment like this when somebody comes in and just punches you in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have a little bit of resilience and come back and fight. Here we go. Looks like we got a sweep. Oh! Looks like Clint Stewart had a run of 12 yards for a Panthers first down, number 42.
Great open field tackle by number 18, Dalton McNeil.
It's real hard whenever you get it out in the open like that to make those kind of tackles. So.
Excuse me, number 18, Caden Miller.
Looks like the Panthers have a first down and 10 on their own 39-yard line.
Tight end lines up on the left side.
Under the snap.
Great fill there by number, is that 55, I want to say? 56.
Number 56.
Carry was by Grady Salmon. Looks like he had a gain of about 2 yards. Looks like we have a second down and 8 on the own Panthers 41-yard line. The Panthers are lined up in their line muddle offense. They get their call from the coach. Looks like they're heading to the line of scrimmage right now.
Timeout taken by Oak Grove.
We have a timeout on the field.
That's one of the advantages of the smash mouth football that they're playing right now. Chewing the clock, giving the opponent less time to be able to score before half. If you score before half, that's a great momentum shift. Gives you some hope. That's something you always want to go in a locker room with, hope.
Definitely. I tell you what, the senior class has really stood out this evening with the running backs. You're talking about Smith. You're talking about Stewart. You're talking about Griffin. Those guys are really putting it in there. And, you know, Hunter hasn't really thrown the ball yet, but guess what? It's coming.
Right.
You know what's coming. It's just when. When will it come? And I tell you what, they're doing a very good job in that backfield, keeping things crisp. You know, the offensive penalties, they haven't had, you know, except for that first series of the ball game where they had a couple penalties, it's been pretty clean overall.
I agree. Another thing is, once they do throw the ball, you have Hayden Armstrong, 4'5", 40, and then you have Caden Weir, who's 6'6",
Yep.
230. You know, so it's almost like an NFL player in a way, but playing high school ball.
It's a good unfair advantage for us.
Right. Couldn't have said it better.
All right, the Panthers are getting ready to come up to 2nd down and 8 on their own 41-yard line. Let's see here what happens. Jones goes under center.
Once again, I'd like to see him take a shot here.
Oh, looks like a trap play, number 8, Carson Smith. Oh, with the fumble.
Number 8, Carson Smith on the carry. The ball comes loose.
That's that momentum shift.
Looks like the Lawson Cardinals recovered on the fumble. The fumble is on the 45-yard line of the Panthers.
Ball's at the Panther 46-yard line. Where the
Boy, it almost looked like he was going to take that one to the house.
Yep.
I mean, you know, sometimes that happens is when you're running and you're not seeing that guy coming from the blind side. And it looks like that's what happened. Guy came from the blind side and was able to punch it out.
Number 44, Cooper Schwartz.
But you know what? The Panthers need to respond here with a good defensive stand.
Yep.
Recovered by number 16, Parker Mack.
One thing that I did notice from that play is 77, Will Jennings. He headed in front, missed his block, and that caused the fumble. But all good. See how defense does.
Looks like we got an empty backfield here. Trying to spread Oak Grove defense out. We got a lot of guys in the box.
Trips right.
Steps back, looks to throw it. Finds a man
Oh.
underneath, and it's just incomplete. Out of reach.
He had number 88 right in his face, and I don't blame him for having a little wobble on that ball.
Number 14, Brendan Griffin on the coverage for the Panthers. 2nd and 10 for the Cardinals.
I tell you what, gentlemen, I'm enjoying this tonight, being able to call these games with you.
We should do it more often.
Why not? We need to put a poll out there. Who wants it? All right. I tell you what, though, I really miss Tracy. Tracy was valuable up here in the booth, but he's being able to go back and do something that he really loves, and that's help coach football out on the sidelines. We missed you, Tracy, but guess what, buddy? You're doing a good job down there.
Couldn't have said it better
Here we
myself.
go.
Single back in the backfield. It looks like he's going to hand it off, and it is just blown up
Gobbled up
by Caleb Groff and Xander
Groff.
Briniger.
Woo.
Caleb Groff is a unit, I'll tell you that.
That's 2 dudes you don't want to run into.
That's 2 guys you want to have in your corner in an alley.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we have 8:27 left in the second quarter with a 15-0 lead for the Oak Grove Panthers. Looks like we now have a 3rd down and 14 on the 50-yard line for the Lawson Cardinals.
You know, one thing I want to see from this play right here is how good is number 8's arm. Can he throw it far? I haven't seen it yet. I think he's still nervous.
I think they're going to go ahead and take a shot here. I think you got the right idea, Cameron. Yep, sending men downfield. Finds the underneath. Makes a play, good catch. But it's not going to be enough to get the 1st down, and he's just going to fall just short. Just around 7 yards short, and we're going to be looking at a 4th and long here.
Look like Carson Smith with a great open field tackle.
And this is another situation where you're thinking, do they do a fake punt? Do they try to make a play here, you know?
I don't think they do
just
that,
recovering
Brennan.
a fumble?
I think they go for it.
I think it looks like they're going to be going for it
it's
here.
dangerous, you know, having Carson Smith back in the back to punt.
Sometimes you just got to make these calls, fellas.
Looks like the offense is going to be on the field still for an attempt. I would watch out for a long count here.
Offensive.
Yep, 16. Parker Mackley offsides.
Looks like a false start on the Cardinals.
False start against the Cardinals. Back them up 5, brings up 4th.
That's what I was thinking.
Kind of envisioned they'd try to get him to jump
try
off
to
sides
get
and
him-
possibly go with another quarterback run.
Exactly. Now it looks like they're going to go in punt formation. But the thing is, with having your quarterback as your punter, gives you options for a fake at any time.
Carson Smith.
It's not seen a lot, but we could see it right here.
Carson Smith stands back at his own 20-yard line. The snap. The punt is off. That's a pretty good punt right at him. He feels it on the 17-yard line. Comes to the right side. Looks like he's got space. He's got running room. Goes to the sideline and gets knocked out 41-yard line. A great return by Mr. Carson Smith.
Tell you what, this kid's been electric tonight, just making plays everywhere.
I tell you what, it looks like he's getting there, and it looks like he's got another gear to go to as he's coming around that corner, and that's a good thing to have. That was about a 21-yard return on that punt play. So great field position starting off. Oak Grove has had great field position this whole first half of this ball game. You know, when you're able to start majority of your
drive 60 yards or closer.
Within 50 yards, you know, half the field. I mean, you can't ask for that.
No. And we do have a score update. Odessa is leading 22-0 on Southern Boone in the second quarter.
Thank you, Cameron. We'll probably try to get some more scores along the MRVC West of other teams. I know Pleasant Hill was playing tonight. Other teams were playing as well. So we'll be able to, inform you of some other scores as well as we go through this evening. But I tell you, the most important score right now is a 15-0 ball game right here in Oak Grove, Missouri, with 6:53 left in the first half. The Panthers have pretty much totally dominated the whole first half of this quarter so far. You know what? You can't rest on your laurels right now. We need to go ahead and punch this thing in before the end of the first half as well.
I agree, but one of the risks you take is getting your starters injured. Sorry about the delay, folks, but trying to look at other scores on Max Preps, and we're not seeing any, so not our fault. Throwing it out there.
All right, everybody's got fluids.
All right, looks like they just had their mandatory drink break. Like I said again, it's 6:53 left in the first half. The Panthers are on the drive. It's 1st and 10 on their own 41-yard line. Here we go. Jones getting ready to come under the center. And a snap and a handoff. Looks like a counter play to number 42, Clint Stewart.
Oh, my bad.
Looks like a possible 3-yard gain. Looks like he'll be at the 44-yard line. 44-yard line. 2nd down and 7 for the Panthers.
7 now for the Panthers.
I tell you what, we have a beautiful crowd here this evening. Out here, looks like the student section is pretty full. Looks like they're pumped up, ready for their Panthers to come out with a victory this evening.
And for those of you who are wondering, the Chiefs are winning 14-3 over the Minnesota Vikings.
There you go.
Go Chiefs.
Uh-oh, Jones goes back for a pass. Uh-oh, got a man on the far right. Oh, that young man's going to be saying, oh, my gosh, oh, my gosh. But you know what? It was a great play, great throw. You know what? Hayden's going to be – he's a good enough ball player. He's going to put that behind him and go to the next one.
Right.
You know what? He's going to get another opportunity sometime in this ball game for a big play.
You know, for receivers, dropping a ball is equivalent to a lineman missing a block.
Exactly.
And another guy getting the tackle, you know.
Exactly. You know what, though? It's right there. I tell you what, that is very key.
Mm-hmm.
Run. All of a sudden you have that pass play that comes open.
One thing I do want to notice from that pass play is the speed of Hayden Armstrong.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. Jones with the sweep. 42, Stewart. Looks like he's got about just short of the first down. Looks like he's going to be about 2 yards short. It looks like it's going to be a fourth and 1, maybe 4th and 2.
4th and 2.
4th and 2.
I think you go for it. Why not?
I don't think we have punt in our vocabulary here at Oak Grove. But no, when it's this close, you know what? The way you've been running off 5 yards at a time with your offense, you know what? Stick with it and go with it.
Exactly.
Jones getting ready to come under the center. Here we go. Snap. Looks like a blast right up the middle.
Just short.
Ooh. Let's see where they spot him.
He gets a pretty generous spot, to be honest.
It looks like they might be. I got a feeling we're going to have the chains come out for this one, gentlemen.
It's going to be close.
Looks like he's going to call out for the chains. Just from a bird's eye view here, it looks like we might be just a little shy on this. It's kind of hard to tell from up here. Let's see here. 5:22 left in the ball game. The Panthers are up 15-0. We just went for it on a 4th down opportunity.
Oh, man, it's going to be close. I think we're going to get... Oh, man. Going to be short by about a foot.
Looks like we're going to be about a foot short. Looks like they turnover on downs. Lawson comes up with a big play on that. You know, it looked like that was going to be a big gain for us for a 1st down, but they end up making a good stop. Last 2 drives, the Panthers have stalled out about midfield.
Again, that momentum shift. Football, it's all about a game of inches, and coming up short there, and that could
potentially turn into a Lawson touchdown.
Yeah, for sure.
But this is where the Panthers defense needs to bow their back and say, hey, guess what? We're still in this.
Here.
We're still here. We're going to take over this ball game.
Right.
So here we go. With the 5:22 left in the first half, 15-0 ball game for the Panthers. Lawson comes up to the line of scrimmage in the shotgun formation. Trout is quarterback. Will call for the ball. And the snap looks like a draw play up the middle. Again.
Going for the ball. That's a loose ball. That's going to be open.
They're going to mark him down.
Man, I really don't think that progress has stopped before the whistle. I think that ball was out.
Let's see here. We got a officials convention in the middle of the football field. Looks like ball will be down. No turnover. Looks like a gain of about 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 7 on the Panthers' 48-yard line.
Regardless, that's a great smart play by Jameson Kirk.
Yes. Pistol formation for the Cardinals. Takes the snap. Oh, looks like that draw play, lead play. I tell you what, they get about 10 yards a time every time they run that play, because that quarterback gets right in there behind that fullback, and I tell you what, he falls right off his tail end.
You know, if it's not for that center moving Caleb Groff, then I don't think that play's possible.
I don't think so either, but you know what? They've executed that twice this evening. The exact same result came in from that. I wouldn't be surprised if two plays here later that you end up seeing that same play again.
Right.
All right, Lawson 1st and 10 on the 39-yard line of the Panthers. Shotgun formation. The snap. There he is, quarterback with a keeper for a gain of about 4 yards on the play. I tell you what, that young man can run the ball.
And, you know, just like Arrowhead, the fans here are getting loud.
That's correct. We have 4:05 right now left in the first half. The Panthers are leading 15-0, but we do have the Lawson Cardinals driving down the field as we speak. It's 2nd down and 7 yards to go on the Panthers' 36-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see another QB keeper here. Loading up the box again. We're going to go with the fullback trap right up the middle. It's going to be swallowed up by
Dylan Loney.
Dylan Loney again, man.
Number 79, Dylan Loney, on the stop for the Panthers.
That's a player that you just knew, you know, coming up in high school that, hey, he's going to be a big dude, and he's probably going to be a big part of this program.
You know, I always like to look at I like to focus on the present, but then I also look at the future. You know, he's a junior. He's got a lot of potential to take his game to the next level, not just within this year, but the off season and then next year too.
We got a
Another
three-set
pistol.
backfield here with a tight end on the right, a wide out on the left. We get a motion in the backfield. It's a fumbled
Ball.
snap. The quarterback's going to keep it and try to make a play out of it, and almost does. I think he brings it almost near the line of scrimmage, and it's going to be about a 4th and 5, a 4th and 6 situation here.
Number 14, Griffin,
And being Lawson's head coach right now, you got to be thinking, what do we do here? Do we try and go for it again?
brings up 4th and 7.
And they are. They're going to keep the offense on the field. I don't disagree with this call at all. You know, you got to get something going before half. There's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds left till halftime. You got to try to get in the end zone here.
And, you know, if I'm Lawson, I think I attack the middle of the field. Takes a timeout. Try to get him with that hard count.
That's what I was going to say just before that timeout was called. You got to be disciplined if you're on the Panther side of the ball. Looking for an easy way to get 5 yards. Yes, the 5 yards would not give them the first down, but it'd give them a little bit closer to be able to go for it.
Right.
So right now we have 2:08 left in the first half. The Panthers are leading 15-0 over the Cardinals from Lawson, Missouri. Let's go ahead and go through our sponsors real quick while we have a timeout. Platinum sponsors is Commercial Bank, Bank at Commercial, serving Oak Grove since 1907. Gold sponsors are First Baptist Church, supporting Oak Grove families for over 150 years. Jake's Heating and Cooling. For your refrigeration, heating, and cooling needs, give Jake's a call. Oak Grove Medical Clinic, looking forward to providing health care to you and your family. State Farm Insurance, Jeff Jennings, your local State Farm agent, helping life go right for over 20 years in Oak Grove. New Life Church, serving the families and communities of Oak Grove. Centerpoint Medical Center, serving Jackson County and surrounding counties. Silver sponsors are Karen Lux Realty, Bird Automotive, and Focus on Oak Grove. Thank you again to all of our sponsors for supporting Oak Grove athletics here at Oak Grove High School.
See here, we got a single backfield, 2 wideouts to the left and the right.
Another hard count.
Trying to go to another hard count. Looks like we're going to get a call from the sideline here. It's going to be a
There's
punt.
a punt.
Very smart.
Max Trout with the quick kick.
Looks like the ball will be down on the 8-yard line. Panthers will have 2 minutes. What is your 2-minute offense here, gentlemen? What are we going for here in the last 2 minutes of the first half?
You know, I don't think you throw until under a minute and a half. I think you run at least a couple plays, and then you try for the air attack. But
Yeah, I have to agree. You know, you've had a few big plays all night. You know, just get it to your playmakers' hands and see if they can't, you know, make a play, get you in some good field position, you know, make something happen on the next one.
Sounds good to me. Sounds like a couple guys know what's going on around here.
We're experienced.
kind of.
All right, Panthers come up to the line of scrimmage. Jones under the center. The snap.
Like
There's-
I said,
Uh-oh. 15-yard run to the outside. High school football, the clock stops until the ball is reset. So guess what? They don't have to worry about timeouts right now. Like you guys just got done saying, you know, run the ball. Panthers are up on the line of scrimmage right now. Panthers, Jones under the center.
You tackle left side.
Takes the snap. Oh, looks like a block. Who needs to throw?
I tell you what, that gives the Panthers another chance to score the football before half, making a 3-and-out here in this next possession, get the ball back and
But
try
you
to do
know,
some more damage.
If I'm Lawson, I think I try to drain the clock out and then, you know, head into half.
Either scoreless
17 or 21-0.
For extra point, Diego Perez with a kick.
Money.
It's good. With 131. No. I tell you what, that's an exciting play. Half the time I was calling the wrong person that was running the ball because it's hard to read their numbers sometimes. And you know what? You got a couple guys here that run the ball alike.
Yep.
Stewart, Griffin, they all run the ball alike. But I tell you what, it doesn't matter whose name is on that jersey. The line of scrimmage was dominated by the Panthers on that. And I tell you what, it's a good thing to see. Right now, the Panthers are riding high right now with a 22-0 lead here right before the half with 1:31 left in the first half.
You know, I'm going to give the O-line some love here. If not for them, that play doesn't happen. That touchdown doesn't happen. So
For the Cardinals, number 16.
big boys got to get some loving too.
They do. They got it.
Kicking for the Panthers, number 83, Diego Perez.
Diego Perez with the kickoff. Kicks off to the right side of the field to the 20-yard line. Uh-oh. Looks like he's got to go with a big hit. Who was that on the hit?
Grady.
Grady Salmon with a hit from the middle of the field. I tell you what, that was a great open field tackle by Mr. Grady Salmon.
Tell you something, that young man's going to be a good football player.
At their own 36-yard line.
So it looks like we do have some backups in on the defensive side of the ball a little bit. Looks like Salmon might be in there as linebacker, if that's correct.
He is, middle linebacker.
You know,
Middle linebacker.
If I'm a backup, this is your time to shine. This is where you show coach, hey, I'm able to do this. If you need me, I'll be here in case the starter goes down. So, yeah, let's see how he does.
Lawson coming back to the ball. Looks like they're going to another tight set here. We got one receiver out to the left and three people in the backfield with a tight end split out to the right. We get a motion in the backfield. Looks like it's going to be a trap up the middle. And he's going to end up getting a good gain for about 5 yards. That'll bring him up to about the 40-yard line. Clock is running. So you're going to see probably a quick play call here.
No, I think if I'm them, I take it in the locker room at halftime. I don't try anything risky that leads into a pick six or a fumble. I'm very conservative with my ball running, so.
We're looking at about 50 seconds left on the play clock. We got 2nd and 5 here, ball on the 41-yard line. We go with another wide split. Receiver in the slot, running the backfield. We get a run play to the left side off tackle.
Oh.
He gets run, and another great play by Grady Salmon. He's going to stop him short of the first down by about a yard. That'll bring us to about 3rd and 1 here on the 45-yard line.
You know, one thing I saw on that play was Jameson Kirk. He had him for line of scrimmage, but his head was down, so missed the tackle.
Looks like we got Griffin back in at middle linebacker. There's 7 seconds left. I don't know if we'll see another play at the end of the first half here.
I think we are going to go to half
2-1-0.
And this is halftime.
Well, Panther fans, you couldn't ask for a better score here on senior night. We got a score of 22-0 here with the Oak Grove Panthers against the visiting Lawson Cardinals. What are some of the keys? Cameron, start off with you for the first half of the ball game.
Running backs breaking for big plays. Carson Smith breaking for big plays on special teams. Special teams makes a game, whether you like it or not.
Brendan, what do we want to talk about at the halftime to the Panthers? What's Coach saying to them about second half?
I'm just saying keep doing what you're doing on defense. I mean, you throwing up a goose egg at any level, you love to see that, you know. And their defense has been playing very well tonight, you know. Lawson was starting to figure out some things that working against their defense, but I'm sure that with Coach Scully and the rest of his crew that are on that staff are going to figure something out to put a stop to that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and go here to halftime. We're going to leave you with the sound of Panther pride. They'll be playing the halftime show. You know what? I'm really enjoying this, young man. Being able to come up here and be able to call this ball game with you guys. You know, get your guys' perspective on the game because you guys have been there. You've played it both at the high school level and at the collegiate level. So it gives other not only us but as viewers, you know, a different set of eyes on what's going on out there on the field. But you know what? Great score right now. 22-0 at half for the Oak Grove Panthers. And you know what? Can't wait till the second half. We'll see y'all here in just a few minutes. Go Panthers.
to the field, the sound of Panther Pride. There are over 130 members in this year's marching band, all having survived and thrived during a most interesting school year. These fine musicians overcame obstacles to create memorable performance, all which took place outside here on the field of Panther Stadium. Tonight, they are back and ready to unveil the opening segment of their 2021 field show titled Thriller, the Music of Michael Jackson. Under incredible student leadership in the form of section leaders, assistant section leaders, captains, and drum majors, the band is excited to be performing tonight for the first time in over a year in their uniforms. The band is being carefully optimistic as they hope to return to in-person competitions in less than a month. Saturday, September the 25th, will be the band's great return to Missouri's longest-running marching band festival, Carrollton Band Day. The band will continue in Fayette on October 9th and conclude their competitive season next door at Odessa Marching Invitational on October the 16th. Nothing helps the band more than hearty support and cheering at all our competitions, and we formally invite the town to come out and support this great band. In essence, the band wants you back, which happens to be the name of their opening segment tonight. Drum majors Gracelyn Reisdorf and Morgan Sanders, is the band ready? Bands, you may take the field in halftime performance. That is your sound of Panther Pride. Give them a hand. The band program is supported year-round by an army of parents that make up our band booster organization. Tonight also marks the return of outdoor concessions, which will help support all music students in Oak Grove School District. Thank you for your continued support every time you make a purchase. And if you're a band parent, thank you for volunteering to work behind the counter. Let's hear it one last time for Oak Grove's sound of Panther Pride. All right, now you can go and get your concessions, your hot dog, hamburger, Coke, whatever it is. Come back for the second half of play. I'll turn the microphone back over to Mr. Oak Grove, Randy McLean.
Back, Panthers fans. Welcome to the second half of tonight's contest between the Oak Grove Panthers and the Lawson Cardinals. First half highlights were a touchdown run, three touchdown runs from I think there was three different running backs.
Clinton
Stewart. Griffin. I think Griffin's got two tonight. I think Griffin has two. But we have 22-0 after the first half of the ball game. You know, something you guys would want to talk about real quick before we get started. What do we want to look at the second half of the ball game? Where do we want to go?
Don't take your foot off the pedal. Keep it going. Keep it rolling on the offensive side of the ball and then on the defensive side of the ball too, man. A complete game shutout on a defensive side. There's nothing more that'll get you ready going into the next week than saying, hey, our defense is going to step up, but our offense as well is just going to straight up punch you in the mouth and put it right down your throat.
Couldn't agree more. And one thing I also like to point out is winning the turnover battle. You win that, that's what makes championship teams. If you can win that turnover battle, I don't know the percentage of it right now, but Oak Grove has a big lead on them.
All right, the Panthers will receive the kick in the second half. They will be going going to the south end zone. Panthers football on Friday night here in Oak Grove, Missouri. There's nothing else like it, gentlemen. Nothing else like it in the world. Looks like they're getting ready to line up for the kickoff. Here we go.
We are
Panthers,
underway.
Second half underway. Kickoff is
into the end zone.
Into the end zone will be a touchback. Panthers will take over on the 20-yard line.
Wouldn't be surprised here coming out the gate and taking another shot. You know, we had one at the end of the first half, with Hayden Armstrong just showing his speed and just wasn't able to bring in that catch. Would have been a huge dagger, but I'm sure they're going to come back to him sometime soon in this half, and he'll be able to make a play.
All right, Panthers are getting ready to come up to the line in their model of offense. Get them up to the line. Jones under the center. Takes the snap. Looks like a handoff to
Carson Smith.
Number 8, Carson Smith. With about a yard gain on the play. Looks like there was a big push up there from that defensive line from the Lawson Cardinals on that play.
You love to see that coming out of half, scoreless. You know, if you can slow this offense down,
get your offense on the field.
Yeah.
Looks like the Panthers will be second down and 9 on their own 21-yard line. Jones under the center with a snap.
Up the middle.
Griffin with another strong run right at the middle.
We talked about this earlier. I talked about this earlier. It looks like a gain of about 6 yards. Looks like we're going to have about a third and 4. The gentleman always falls forward.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing. He's always keeping his legs and his balance moving forward, and he does a great job of doing that. And then, you know what? That gives you an extra yard to 2 yards to every run that you're doing. Jones under the center. Here we go. The snap. Looks like a sweet toss to the left.
Grady Salmon.
Looks like Grady Salmon. Looks like he will pick up the first down. Looks like he got 5 yards on the play on the 3rd and 4th possession. So the Oak Grove Panthers will now be on their own 32-yard line with a first down.
You know, one thing I noticed from that run was reading the blocks. He read that block. I want to say it was Clinton Stewart that was blocking ahead of him. Perfect.
Jones under the center. Comes back. Looks like a pass play. Oh, looks like a drag play from the tight end.
What a catch and what a finish to that run. You know, putting his shoulder down, trying to get those extra couple of yards. That's a good catch by number 6,
Mason Weber, a sophomore. You know what? Put his head down and ran over somebody. That's a good play for that young man. You know what? Good play action play. We talked about play action. Brendan was talking about play action before the ball game. Here we go. First down and 10 on their own 45-yard line to Panthers. Jones under the center. Takes the snap. Gets a handoff to number I would think that's 24. Sorry, folks, it's kind of hard to see the numbers. They kind of muddle in with the black jerseys here. But it looks like Grady Salmon on another run of 3 yards up the middle.
Something I'm starting to see with this Lawson defense is they're actually bringing a safety down into the box, and they are crowding it. It's going to be like a 4 linebacker set, and they're bringing that close-in safety just off the edge of that tight end to the right side. So they're really stacking up the box. I wouldn't be surprised if, like I said earlier, they take another shot here.
Not only that, but a counter. If they're stacking it towards the tight end side, I'm thinking I want to run it away from where they're stacking the players. And again, number 66 on Lawson's defense, that was a great play by him, being able to hold his ground against the blocker and then make the tackle.
Jones into the center with a counter play to number 8, Carson Smith.
He
cuts back, gets tackled down at the 25-yard line. A gain of about 20 yards on the game.
25 yards.
Great play. I tell you what, Carson gets out there. He's got a blocker in front of him. He's very patient to make sure he makes the right cut off the back end of that blocker in front of him.
Right. Let's see how Lawson adjusts. We just talked about, running that counter on the weak side. I wonder what they do now.
So right now we got first down and 10. There's 8:48 left in the first of the third quarter of the ball game with the Panthers on the Lawson 28-yard line. Jones under center takes the snap. Oh, looks like he's rolling out for a pass.
Here comes the shot.
He's got the shot. Pass.
Oh!
He made the catch.
That was really close on my side.
I'm sure there's going to be an instant replay on here pretty soon. He might have kept that 1 foot in because in high school you only have to have that 1 foot in. But it was pretty close. But you know what? It's going our way, and we're going to take it.
Exactly. And then we do have a score update. Smithville is beating Grain Valley 28-0 in the third quarter.
Uh-oh, I do see a yellow marker on the field over there on the opposite 20-yard line by the hash. Let's see here what the umpires call.
Delay of game.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Panthers.
Oh, boy.
Would that be after the touchdown or prior to the touchdown? That would be the question.
Good question.
I think that's what they're trying to discuss right now. But like I was saying earlier about the special teams, just, something else happened away from the play, and you're taking a touchdown away, possibly, from the team.
What are these referees talking about when they get in the huddle? Hey, buddy, you got yourself a nice striped shirt on.
Yeah.
Good white and black striped shirt on.
I might be thinking that was a questionable call that he just had on that one. So
I got you.
I tell you what, throw this flag.
I tell you what, it's good to have. I tell you what, this refereeing crew has done a phenomenal job this evening.
They have.
They, you know what? It's tough in this world right now as we live with referees and different kind of youth sports. And, I give my hats off to those guys when they're out there, giving up their time and the effort to come out here and to umpire, our kids.
Yeah.
But, I appreciate them with, I do have a deep found respect for them. All right, we're going for the extra point here. The kick is good. All right, folks, 8:31 left in the third quarter. The Oak Grove Panthers have put their lead out to 29-0. 29-0. Let's go here. Brennan, you want to give us a run on our sponsors for this evening?
I would love to, Coach Jason. Our platinum sponsors tonight are Commercial Bank. Bank at Commercial serving OG since 1907. Our gold sponsors are First Baptist Church, supporting OG families for over 150 years. Jake's Heating and Cooling. For your refrigeration, heating, and cooling needs, give Jake's a call. Oak Grove Medical Clinic, looking forward to providing health care to you and your family. State Farm Insurance, Jeff Jennings, your local State Farm agent, helping life go right for 20 years in OG. New Life Church of Oak Grove, serving the families in the community of Oak Grove. Centerpoint Medical Center, serving Jackson County and surrounding counties. And our silver sponsors to wrap things up is Karen Lux Realty Executives and Burt Automotive and focus on Oak Grove.
Thank you for that, and thank you to all of our sponsors that help sponsor the Oak Grove activities here at Oak Grove High School. Well, gentlemen, what do you think about that first drive here for the Oak Grove Panthers?
Strong start. The only thing is at that end, the unsportsmanlike conduct, that just cost them 10 yards.
Everybody up for the kickoff. Here we go. Kickoff, a little pooch kick, will be fielded at the 49-yard line of Lawson and be taken across to the 45-yard line of the Panthers. So the Lawson Cardinals will have good field position starting on their first possession here in the second half. What do you think the Cardinals have to do in the second half, Brendan, to start off with that offense to get things going on their end?
First of all, I'd like to see them come back to that quarterback run. You know, that seemed to be a really good play for them. I wouldn't be surprised to see, the Oak Grove on the defense side of the ball bring some more pressure and being able to stop that. But I wouldn't be surprised as well if Lawson started throwing the ball just a little bit more, trying to experiment some new things on the outside of the game, and maybe run some like sweeps, jets, to spread out the box.
All right, Cameron, what do you think about the defense here? What do we have to do at the start of the second half?
I think you cover that inside run with the quarterback as good. That's their main play. That's what they've been going through in the first quarter. So if you can stop that, then I think you limit them to few plays.
All right, Trout. We got Trout here in the shotgun, number 8 for the Cardinals. Man in motion, number 44. Looks like it's going to be a sweet play. Good, nice read. Oh, a tackle, missed tackle.
11 hats to the ball. 11 hats to the ball, and that's what you get.
Number 50, Xander Briniger on the tackle. I tell you what, that kid is a human tackling machine.
Mm-hmm.
I tell you what, it's good flow from the defense. Be able to turn that thing back in. You got help. That's what you always teach as a defensive coordinator. Turn everything into the inside because you got help coming from the inside.
Another thing about Briniger, he's got 315 bench. I think he does that for multiple sets. That's just crazy for his age. So seeing him apply that to football, he'll be fine.
Pistol formation.
Be a false start here.
Looks like there will be a flag on the play.
Surprised that play was not blown dead.
Looks like there will be a false start. Looks like the halfback moved before the snap. That will be a 5-yard penalty. Right now you had a 2nd and 22. It will now be a...
I'm not good with math, to be honest with you.
No,
so.
it's all right. Hang on. I got to let him walk it off first here.
We do have a score update. Odessa is beating Southern Boone 43-0 at half.
Okay. Not surprised on that score by any means. Let's go. Panthers will be, I guess it will be 2nd and 22 on their own 43-yard line.
It's now 2nd and 22. The Cardinals from their own 43.
The Cardinals come up to the line of scrimmage. You got one right receiver far out to the left. You got a pistol formation with a slot and a running back behind him.
I'm expecting a short pass here.
QB run, the bread and butter so far in this game for them, and it's actually going to be gobbled up by who other than Xander Briniger.
Yeah.
Looks like he read off the back end of that lineman right off his butt and went right into that spot to where the quarterback was. Did a great job of reading that.
That's one thing that the defensive line coaches here at Oak Grove do a really good job of teaching is being patient and being in the hip pocket of a pooler.
Yeah, being
most
tight.
Times those poolers will take you right to the play.
All right, folks, it's a 29-0 ball game right now. 6:42 right now left in the third quarter of this ball game.
Looks like we got a single wide receiver out to the left, the tight end set. We got motion in the backfield by number 44, and it looks like he's going to roll out and make a pass, but he's going to be gobbled up by Caleb Groff. A man amongst boys. He shot out of that like a cannon, man, just back there in a hurry.
I tell you what, I remember when he was a freshman, when you guys were playing, and he was a big guy back then when he was coming up, and he just, he's a man.
It's
You
not
know,
like he doesn't stop growing.
he doesn't stop growing. So looks like we got a 4th down and 32 on their own 33. Looks like they're in punt formation. Looks like we got Mr. Carson Smith sitting back here at his own 35-yard line.
Here comes that pressure.
Good punt. Good punt. Received. Oh, he's going to the right. Oh. Breaks the tackle to the 50.
He's still going.
Still breaking tackles. There he goes, ladies and gentlemen.
What
Highlight
an electric play by
That
Carson
is a
Smith.
highlight reel right
He's been
there.
making plays all night long.
Hayden Armstrong's looking off the field. Hate to see that.
No doubt in my mind you're going to find that one on his huddle reel.
What an electric run back. I tell you what, even after he almost had a face mask penalty against him, he was able to break out of that, keep his balance. That's the key here. Keep his balance, keep his head up, and keep running. What a phenomenal play. Now we are going to have a 1st down and 10 on the 31-yard line of the Lawson Cardinals. So right now, folks, it looks like they're having their mandatory water break right now. I just want to thank everybody again for watching us. I think at one point we had over 70 viewers here this evening. That's not bad for the season. So right now, you know, I just want to say thank you again to you guys for coming up here and being with me this evening, helping out with the commentary. You know, this is fun for me. You know, to be able to be able to spend time with you guys, to be able to talk with you guys. And, you know, get your guys' perspective of what's going on in the ball game out here, because guess what? You've played it, you've been there, you've done it. And, you know, I can't say enough, you know, how much I appreciate this and you guys helping out this evening.
Thanks
Thank you. Yeah. One thing I saw on that big play was Lawson. They got to start wrapping up. It looks like they don't want to be out here. They're giving up. And in football, you just can't have that mindset. Especially, I don't care what the score is. You play with your brothers until the very end.
Yeah.
You don't know whenever you're going to play again or if you get to play again.
Very true. But as much as we've dominated this game from the very beginning, it's only a 29-0 ball game. You know,
That wear and tear.
things can happen.
Right.
I hope I've seen Hayden Armstrong go off on the field. He's sitting over here with the trainer Cole. Hopefully he'll be all right, because he's a big asset to both the defense on the corners position and as a wide receiver for this offense. The Chiefs. Hey, go Chiefs, right?
Yeah.
The Panthers are Jones under the center. Oh, trap play. Run to Mr.
Jamison
Kirk for a rumble for about 7 yards on 1st down. It will be now 2nd down and 3 on the 27-yard line of the Lawson Cardinals.
We have another score update. Center is beating CPA 34-0 in quarter 3.
That's another one of our tough opponents in our conference. Jones getting ready to head underneath the center. Takes the snap. Oh, hands a lead over to number 20. Jamison Kirk runs over the outside linebacker for a 1st down for the Panthers.
I tell you what, as a coach and as a guy that's played at the highest level of football, when you see a kid that wants to put a shoulder into somebody, you just know that kid wants it.
Definitely. We got 29-0 right now as the score of the ball game. 4:42 left in the first half. The Panthers are on the drive. They're 1st and 10 on the 20-yard line. They're in the red zone. Jones under the center. Takes a snap. Handoff to number 42, Clinton Stewart.
There he goes.
And he breaks it off to the touchdown. Touchdown, 20-yard run from Clinton Stewart on the left side of the field.
Looks like we have an injured Panther on the field.
Did you see that wall that he was running behind?
Oh, yeah.
Gentlemen, that wall set up, and he just seen it and broke out of the hole to the outside. Looks like we do have an injured Panther on the play.
You just hope it's a cramp, you know.
Looks like he got up on his own power. That'd be Griffin.
Looks like he's walking off. Good sign to see him be able to walk off. Looks like it is Griffin. I tell you what, though, Oak Grove is very lucky to have Cole Webster as their trainer here at Oak Grove. He takes very good care of our athletes. And you know what? We can never say enough how fortunate we are to have Cole Webster here at Oak Grove.
Couldn't agree more. Setting up for the extra point.
Perez for the extra point. Slow snap. Hold is good. Kick is good.
It appears that Brennan Griffin's going to be all right. It just might be a minor cramp.
You'll find out there's a lot of that going around at this time of the year. It's as hot as it is. These guys are expending a lot of energy. You know, Cole does a very good job of making sure guys stay hydrated here at the high school. I know that for sure.
Right.
So, but you know what? Pretty dominant game so far for the Panthers. 4:23 left in the second half. Third quarter is 36-0 for the Oak Grove Panthers.
We have another score update. Harrisonville is beating Wayne Hills 30-22 in the third quarter.
Copy that. I think with Misha, I think we will have a running clock here now. It's 35 points. We will double check. I don't know, rules change every year, so we'll have to double check. But I think when the fourth quarter hits. But needless to say, the Panthers need to continue to do what they've been doing all game, and they need to dominate on both sides of the ball.
I agree. And another thing that I'd stick to doing is improving on special teams. You know, getting these holes on the kickoff filled, making sure that no big plays happen. Even the slightest of momentum shift can cause a big turn in a game.
Perez with the kickoff here.
Pretty decent
line
kick.
drive. Ball on the turf.
Jameson Kurt.
Going down.
Over him.
Looks like the forward progress brought it out to the 24-yard line. The Cardinals will be starting on their own 24-yard line. Looks like number 4 is back out there, Mr. Armstrong, so that's good to see.
Brennan Griffin as well.
Yes, sir.
Wouldn't be surprised here before too long we see some younger guys getting in the mix.
You know what? It's always a good thing to be able to have those new guys, younger guys in the mix early in the year when you have
Right.
the capability of doing it. For whenever you have somebody down in the early, you never know later in the year for injuries. The Cardinals in the pistol formation takes the snap. Looks like, it looks like a trap play. Tackle, big open field tackle by number 8, Carson Smith. Comes up from the free safety spot to come and make a good tackle in the open field to hold them to a 3-yard or 4-yard gain on the play. We will have second down or 5-yard gain. Sorry, it'll be second down and 5 on the Lawson 29-yard line.
You know, if I'm Lawson, I think I open the pass game some more.
Going back to another spread type of look here. Ball's
on the
fumbled,
ground.
and it might be out again. I can't really see it. No, he still has it, but that's a great play by number 23, Aaron Hensley.
Look like a loss of 5 on the play. That would bring up third down and 10 for the Cardinals.
Also on the play, number 50, Xander Briniger, which is no surprise. That kid is everywhere.
Looks like Dylan Loney will check into the play.
After the loss on the play, 3rd and 9 from the Cardinal 25.
Handoff up the middle, and he
Eaten up.
has nowhere to go.
25, Garrett Green on the carry. Met out the line by number 67, Caleb Roth. And number 50, Xander Briniger for the Panthers.
Nowhere to go. We got a 4th down and 13 on their own 22-yard line.
Got no choice but to go for it here. Take it. Oh,
They're going to punt. You got Carson Smith sitting right now at the 47-yard line of his own 47-yard line. We have a clock as at 1:23 left in the third quarter, a 36-0 ball game. Let's see what happens here, folks. Oh, wobbly punt off to the left. Smith picks it up at the 45-yard line, makes a few guys miss, brings it back out to the 48-yard line, about a 3-yard gain, but there is a flag on the play.
I think it was a block in the back or holding.
Tell you what, with his running style, he is super elusive.
Mm-hmm.
Really, real shifty.
He's a human joystick, to say the least.
Yes, I mean, it really is. And like from up here, you get to see it. It's really like elegant in ways, you know. It's
for him, it's
super
slowing
smooth.
down.
Yes, it's almost like you're in the Matrix.
Yeah.
Looks like there will be an illegal block against the Panthers. We'll take them back to the.
That is one thing
39-yard line. So Panthers will have 39, 1st and 10 on their own 39-yard line.
It looks like
Go
we're
ahead,
going
Cameron.
to get a good look at the youngins here.
That's one thing about football, you know, for how fast the time goes for a player. I mean, it feels like 30 minutes ago when you're playing, you just stepped into the locker room, you know.
Yep.
And now you're already in the third quarter with a minute and 2 seconds left. I mean, it's just crazy, you know. Like, that's how it's always been, for me at least.
Looks like we got Jordan Hall at the quarterback.
Looks like it's going to be stuffed up in about 3 yards of positive yardage from number 45, which I believe is Alex Shaw.
Jacob Shrout.
Jacob Shrout, my bad. My apologies.
Looks like you got Eddington out here as wide receiver, number 5.
I don't believe we got completely set before that play.
Looks like mouthpiece issue. Had to come off the field. Here we go. 2nd down and 7 on their own 42. Looks like we have a lot of young people out there playing. Let's see here.
I think Grady Salmon is the only person that
played,
that's out there. Yeah. That's seen some solid minutes tonight.
You know, if I'm a younger guy and I'm getting this kind of these plays in a varsity game, then I'm making the most out of it for sure. You never know when you'll get to step out again. It's always nice as a senior, though, being able to put those younger guys in, give them that experience, because that not only means that you're winning, but you're doing smash mouth of football. So.
All right, folks, after 3 quarters in the books, we have a 36-0 ball game for the Panthers. Panthers will be coming back out. They'll have 2nd down and 7 on their own 42-yard line. Let's go ahead and run through our sponsors one more time here. Platinum sponsor, Commercial Bank, Bank and Commercial, serving Oak Grove since 1907. First Baptist Church, supporting Oak Grove families for over 150 years. Jake's Heating and Cooling. For your refrigeration, heating, and cooling needs, give Jake's a call. Oak Grove Medical Clinic, looking forward to providing health care to you and your family. State Farm Insurance. Jeff Jennings, your local State Farm agent, helping life go right for over 20 years in Oak Grove. New Life Church of Oak Grove, serving the families and community of Oak Grove. Centerpoint Medical Center, servicing Jackson County and the surrounding counties. Our silver sponsors are Karen Lux Realty Executives, Bird Automotive, and Focus on Oak Grove. Thank you again for your sponsors for supporting Oak Grove athletics here at Oak Grove High School. Ladies and gentlemen, you couldn't ask for a better night here at Oak Grove, Missouri for senior night. They have 15 seniors. You know what? This is a big, big win if we finish the last 12 minutes of this ball game.
Exactly.
Hall under the center. Takes a snap. Gets a good, strong run of about 5 yards. Looks like it's going to be about a 3rd down and 2 on their own 47-yard line.
One thing I'm noticing with this O-line is they're driving their feet as well. you can tell that not just like it's passed down is what I'm trying to say from the older guys. That's just a good teammate right there.
Well, what makes it nice about small schools like Oak Grove is you're able to teach the same thing that the high school is running. You run that through your whole operation all the way from kindergarten all the way through high school. That way when they get here to the high school level, they're not learning anything new.
Right.
It's just something that they know. They've been bred this. I mean, it's a really beautiful thing if it works out for everybody. Oh, we got a first down run.
Alex Shaw on the carry.
Good strong run carrying that ball. Looks like Alex Shaw with about a 13, 14-yard run for a first down.
For the Cardinals, also number 44, Cooper Slavinsky.
The ball will be placed on the Cardinals' 39-yard line. 10 minutes, 36 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this ball game. We are leading 36-0.
Number 12, Hollander center here. We get a fullback trap up the middle. Jacob Strout with a nice, good run for
Looks
about
like
a 7 to 8 yard gain.
I saw a little bobble with that ball, so maybe hold it a little bit tight. You're going to get hit, especially when you run up the middle like that. So you got to expect, them to strip the ball.
We've always taught that we got to take care of baby. The football was always known as baby. You got to take care of baby. So now we got a second down and 2 yards to go with on the Cardinal 31-yard line.
Does the ball hit the ground?
Number 7, Alex Shaw on the carry for the Panthers.
He might have been down. It's hard to tell.
Regardless, that'll pick up a first down. Alex Shaw with another good solid run.
First attempt for the Panthers, ball now at the 29.
Now getting another play. Getting another play from the sideline.
This is like a boost of confidence for these players. Because once Monday rolls around, they can say, hey, we destroyed your guys' varsity. We're going to do the same thing to you,
Yep. Looking forward to the next week. He takes a snap. It looks like it's going to be a rollout. A quarterback follow. He's going to find the edge, and he might go. And he takes it all the way down to the 5-yard line. What a run.
Number 12, Jordan Hall.
By Jordan Hall.
Had a good burst of speed after he got around that corner.
It'll be enough for a Panther first down. Be first and goal. At the 7.
Tell you what, I've been impressed so far by what I'm seeing from Jordan Hall, No mistakes so far. And from the running backs as well.
One thing about him is he's been hitting the weight room pretty hard, so being able to transfer all that, all the gains made in the weight room, all that hard work over onto the football field, that's probably the best feeling you can get as a football player.
Under center once again, he's going to be a toss. Sweep to the left side. Grady is going to get to the edge, and he's going to get into the end zone. And that's something that you like to see, your young guys putting the ball in the end zone against the number ones. And you got to give credit to Alex Shaw and Jacob Strout, getting to the edge and making their blocks there to get him in the end zone. But a well put together drive by the youngins there. Once again, we have Mr. Perez lining up to make the kick. Hold is good, kick is up, and it is good. So a good finish drive here. And we are now left with about 8 minutes left on the clock.
I tell you what, you could tell that offensive line that was out there was nice and fresh. You got all new players out there playing. You could tell that this heat and that longevity of that defense being out on the field for the Cardinal defense is really starting to wear on them.
Yeah. And we have a score update. Blair Oaks is beating Maryville 40-6 in the fourth quarter.
That's a shocker. Usually that game's always really, really close.
Yeah, and we have a close one over here in Wayne Hills versus Harrisonville, 30-30 in the fourth quarter.
All right.
Wow, that's going to be a shootout all the way to the end, I'm sure.
Well, again, ladies and gentlemen, it's a beautiful night here in Oak Grove. It's really starting. The temperature's really starting to drop off here in the last 30 minutes. I tell you right now, up here in this box, it's very warm. You know, good stagnant air.
Fans up here, man.
Can't have enough fans up here, but you know what? We're willing to take it for the team and bring this broadcast to you. You know, I give a shout out to Jake's Heated and Cooling. Maybe he can hook us up for everything here. But with all seriousness, you know, even though the temperature it is what it is, you know, I enjoy doing this.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing better than coming out and calling a Friday night football game here in Oak Grove. So let's go ahead and talk here real quick. It's 8 minutes, 13 seconds in the fourth quarter.
Good
with a
throw.
score of
Kick.
43.
Uh-oh.
Looks like it's going to be a touchback. Ladies and gentlemen, that is a freshman. A freshman kicker. And he looks like he might be 5'4", if that. And he could kick that ball to the end zone. Phenomenal, phenomenal talent right there from that young man. Well, it looks like we will be going into the non-stop clock here for the second half, with the score being a 43-0 ball game with 7:42 left in the first half. The Cardinals will have a first down and 10 on their own 20-yard line. A lot of backups in there for the Panthers as well.
I'm excited to see how this young Panthers defense will do against the starters on Lawson.
Looks like we might have another water break. Cameron, you want to run through our sponsors real quick?
Why not?
Can never give enough shout out to our sponsors that make it all possible for us to do this here at Oak Grove.
Our platinum sponsor, Commercial Bank, Bank at Commercial, serving OG since 1907. Our gold sponsors, First Baptist Church, supporting OG families for over 150 years. Jake's Heating and Cooling, for your refrigeration, heating, and cooling needs. Give Jake's a call. Oak Grove Medical Clinic, looking forward to providing health care to you and your family. State Farm Insurance, Jeff Jennings, your local State Farm agent, helping life go right for over 20 years in Oak Grove. New Life Church of Oak Grove, serving the families and community of Oak Grove. Centerpoint Medical Center, servicing Jackson County and surrounding counties. Our silver sponsors, Karen Lux Realty Executives, and Bird Automotive, and Focus on Oak Grove.
Thank you, Cameron, for that. And thank you to our sponsors that make this very possible here for us to be able to do this here at Oak Grove. You know what, gentlemen, I can't say it enough. I appreciate you guys coming up here this evening and helping me out with this, with the loss of Tracy Kemp to the sidelines. You know what, he's got a different set of headphones on this year, and you know what, you could tell that he's down there putting his thumbprint on some young men's lives, and you know, of showing them how to block, and you know, teaching them how to play the game the right way. And you know what, I'm super excited for him for this season.
Let's get an empty backfield here. It's going to be a jet sweep to the right side of the field, and it's going to be swallowed up by Grady Salmon. And I believe number 66, Jacob Risberg.
Number 66, Jacob Risberg.
Way to go.
On the stop.
I think I heard Brandy out there hollering for her baby. She's out there. I know she is.
Looks like we got a 2 wide receiver set to the near side of the field. We got 2 in the backfield. Quarterback's going to keep it, and he's going to run hard.
Number 8, Max Trapp. Quarterback.
Tackled by a herd of Panthers.
Give him about 3rd and 6.
Run down by Pride of Panthers.
Well, next week the Panthers will be at Richmond High School for a contest against the Richmond Spartans. That's always a tough ball game.
Yep.
No matter what the score is or what the teams are like, Richmond and Oak Grove is always a tough battle. Panthers will be traveling there, so their game will be there next week.
Hate to hear that. None of us.
None of us.
5 now for the Cardinals, ball at their own 25.
Spread offense here.
Flag on the field as we await the call from the ref.
Dead ball.
It's going to be a false start on Lawson.
Against the Cardinals.
Back about 5, bring up 3rd and 10 now. Ball marks at their own 20.
3rd and long situation here. We got to be smart on the defensive side. We can't allow any big plays. You know, we want to keep that goose egg going. As the clock keeps running down.
Well, it doesn't look like the clock's running right now. Looks like the umpires just started the clock.
And I couldn't agree more. Keeping that goose egg up on that clock, that's probably one of the best feelings once the season's over, to see all of the scoring against you, you know, keeping that low and keeping your scoring high.
It's going to be a trap play with a bunch of lead blockers ahead. And, wow, Jacob Shrout.
Rang his bell.
Number 44. Let's see here. Logan Pittman just delivering a blow.
It's like it came from the top rope, you know.
Logan Pittman, that'll be a freshman you need to keep your eye on going on through the season for his career here at Oak Grove. Phenomenal running back. Last year, I think he broke the middle school record for touchdowns, I think, in a season, and rushing yards.
He really is
if
an
I'm correct.
athlete.
Looks like Logan Pittman will have an opportunity to return a punt.
Let's hope he gets some good blocks here.
Oh.
Well,
Oh, pick it up and score.
Yeah.
looks like there'll be a net yard of 3 yards.
Ball will be marked down at the Cardinals.
So I think that goes for -3 on his punting.
Yes.
It's unfortunate.
That's
but it turns out
unfortunate.
to
I
be
tell
a
you what, that
really
thing
good
just
setup
went
for
straight
us.
up and just like I caught wind and it brought straight back.
Some wind would be pretty nice right now.
If he was in the golf game, that backspin would be phenomenal.
And I think we are working our way down the totem pole to our freshman now on the field.
This is your freshman quarterback, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Number 10.
Be number 10,
Sheldon Dean. I've heard nothing but great things about this young man, too, when he was in the 8th grade last year. Really has a grasp on this offense.
Well, if he's as good as the Jimmy Dean Breakfast Bowl,
There you go.
he's got a bright future ahead of him.
Yes, he does.
Get that protein in.
Uh-oh.
Hurry
Number
up
3
the middle.
takes it right up the middle. Alex
He
Whitehead,
scores.
and I think he's going to get in there.
Rudy Whitehead.
Oh, Rudy, my apologies. There's 3 brothers.
That's going on his huddle.
That's right. I hear the Rudy chants from the fans below. They've been waiting all year to do that.
Now, Rudy's a good kid. I got to coach him over summer and do some training workouts with him, and just to see the success that the guys I worked with on the field right now are having.
Oh.
Almost puts that in on a fumbled snap. Wow.
I tell you what, there's not a group of kids I've seen that work as hard as those Whitehead kids. They're both of them. They're all 3 of them are very, very good young men. Mom and Dad ought to be very proud of them.
Couldn't agree more.
So, with the missed extra point, we have 3 minutes 29 seconds left in the ball game. The Panthers are up 49-0 over the Lawson Cardinals. So, while we got 3 minutes and 29 seconds here before we get to kickoff here, what are some of the things that these guys can take? What are some of these things that these guys can take with them going into the next week against Richmond there, Cameron?
First things first, you got to watch film. No matter what. I don't care if you're a freshman and you just got 3 or 4 plays in this game, but watching film, developing off bad habits, you know, seeing what you did wrong, how you can correct it. This game, I wouldn't say there was too many penalties on us, but 1 penalty is too many, in my opinion.
Yes. Well, we got a kickoff here. Kicks off. Pretty good kickoff. He kicks it off. Looks like it will roll into the end zone for a touchback, so the Cardinals will bring it out to the 20-yard line on their own 20. Start off with 1st and 10. again, I can't thank you guys enough for coming up here this evening. You know, I really enjoyed this, you know, time that we've had up here this evening with you guys, giving your perspective, you know, useful, constructive information for the viewers to be able to know what's going on out there on the field.
And we have to give a shout out to our cameraman Michael for
Yes,
sticking this
sir.
one out.
Yep.
Yes, sir. He's sweating this one out. He's over here. They even have a headset on or nothing, but boy, he's like, man, it's hot in here. I don't blame you. I don't blame you one bit.
Looks like Lawson's going to bring in their freshmen or backups here, and we get a snap, and it's going to be a handoff to number 34. And he's going to run
Nice
up the
little
middle,
spin.
and he's going to be tackled by a Pride of Panthers.
Number 34, Caden.
And he's going to be brought down for about a gain about 4 or 5 yards, and that's going to bring up a second and about manageable.
Number 21, Grayson Stewart.
You know, if I'm a Lawson right here, I'm thinking about doing plays that you're going to show on Monday. You know, these kids, they probably haven't gotten too many reps at practice with them, so being able to give them these kind of reps in this kind of environment, it'll help them for their future.
And you gotta help. You can't help but notice that the transition from the older guys to the younger guys on the Oak Grove defense, the swarming to the ball and making plays.
Yeah.
It's contagious, and it's easy to tell. A good run there by number 23,
Number 23, Coda Triplett. On the
Coda
carry.
Triplett.
Number 2, Sheldon Waller on the stop for the Panthers. That's
Well, right now we
a
have a running clock. We are now at 2 minutes and 22 seconds left in the fourth quarter of the ball game. Panthers are still leading 49-0, but it looks like the Lawson Cardinals are right now on the move. They are now a first down and 10 on their own 32-yard line.
You know, for your young cats here, you want to see a good defensive stand to keep that goose egg up on the board.
You know, I'm expecting that QB run up the middle right
We have
here.
a motion out the back, and it's going to be another trap pay and another run from Coda Triplett, man. Just
23, Coda
real
Triplett
athletic
again.
runner, it looks like. He's going to have a bright future ahead of him.
Young man looks like he's got shift in his hips, you know, being
Number
able to
two,
twist and
Sheldon
turn.
Green on the stop for
Very
the
good.
Panthers.
Right fast, I just want to give a shout out to all the Oak Grove families, you know, that have a kid that's in high school activities outside of the classroom. Their sacrifice to letting these kids do what they've dreamed of doing. So thank you guys. And I hear the "I believe we will win" chants from the student section.
Lawson lines up with a single-man backfield. Slot spread out to the near side of the field. Number 14,
on the carry for the Cardinals,
Trevor McCrary on the run there. Good strong run. They got a little drive going here for him.
Grayson Stewart with the stop. That's another one. Having a bigger brother, you know, senior Clinton Stewart, being able to give him some of his experience as, you know, senior to a freshman, and also getting it not on the field but off the field at home.
Lawson breaks a huddle. We have a wide out to the left side. Looks like we're going to go with another three-man backfield. Tight end split to the far side of the field. There's going to be a trap right up the middle and a run by number 1, Joseph Main. Keeps running his feet, but the ball is out. And it looks like Oak Grove has recovered the football, and they're going to get another chance to score.
recovered by the Panthers.
20 seconds left. My apologies. It looks like that's going to close it out for us.
Yeah, 30 seconds left on the game clock, on
Take a
the
shot.
play clock. Well, gentlemen, it looks like the Panthers are going to be able to close out this ball game with a 49-0 score. You know what? Coming out of here, there's things that we talked about at the very beginning of the ball game. Stay fundamentally sound. The things you want your offense to do is to pound the ball on the offensive line, control the line of scrimmage. And you know what? I think they did those things this evening. We had a couple hiccups and we had a couple turnovers, but guess what? We didn't let those things affect us of how we reacted well. We turned around and turned it back into a positive. Got some closing statements from what you've seen this evening, Brennan.
You know, you just love seeing Oak Grove get a big win like that in the first week coming out, giving us some momentum to go into the rest of the season. And I wish the best of luck to these boys in the rest of their successes.
Cameron, you as well, buddy.
Couldn't agree more, Brennan. I'm ready to see what next week brings and our next home game. I'll see you guys then.
All right, guys, this is Jason Marsh with Cameron Keith and Brendan Marsh with Mr. Miller, Mike Miller over here, and our cameraman Mike. We thank you again for joining us this evening. You know what? Go Panthers, go Panthers, go Panthers. Panthers come out with the win, 49-0 here.